It's crazy.
I am next.
Alright, you already know we're out here, the I Am Next show. Here with the one and only JatzDaKid. Whoa, JatzDaKid.
Whoa.
What you saying, Jats? How you feeling?
We're here, man. Beautiful, better than ever. Thank you for bringing me down. You know what I'm saying?
You're done now. Here with Lashwanarose, myself, Mr. I Am Next.
Thank you.
How's your day been?
My day's been good.
What have you been up to?
I've just been sorting out some shows, man. I got some big shows on the way.
Yeah.
As always, come on.
Yeah. How's your day been?
Long. I'm so tired. I had 2 hours sleep last night.
Huh? Crazy. How's your day been, Jats?
Bro, it's 30. Like, done gym today earlier. We're back in the gym.
Training.
We're trying to get that
Trying to
stamina
get
back up. Huh?
Trying to get
No,
hench.
not, bro. Hench is a different thing. Like, you need stamina on that
True,
stage.
true.
You feel me?
The wireless setting.
And then-
Yeah, main stage.
Soon come.
You're done, huh? So before we get into all the interesting stuff, for people who don't know, who is JatzDaKid, where you're from, give them a little.
Yeah, dope. My name's JatzDaKid. I'm a recording artist from North London. Been doing music since for 3 years now. Like, it's just been, I don't know, every year it's just been taken off. Like, get introduced to touring, introduced to new people, and now we're here at this particular point, 2019, about to step into 2020. A lot of music, a lot of material, different strategies. Like, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
How did you get into music?
How did I get
Years
into
ago,
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 3-4 years ago. So I just started. I've always been into music, like
Yeah.
generally, like. But it's one thing just making music, and actually want to start taking it seriously,
Yeah.
and you know what I'm saying. So that's sort of particular level. You know what I'm saying?
And what your first release? The first release I saw of you was 4, right?
Yeah. Well, that was the first like one that sent me off when I with 199. Obviously, like I said, like you just start meeting new people. We've just been creating work for like since then, innit? But before that, my original release was
You didn't even know.
Potent.
Okay.
It was a cover, Travis cover that I put on SoundCloud. I got a good reaction from that, and then my first show was at what's that club opposite Birthdays in Dalston? Small thing.
The Nest.
Is it the Nest? Yeah, I think that was when my first show was. Yeah, literally like from there, just like little stepping stones. You know
How
what
did
I'm
you
saying?
feel your first show? Was you shook?
But I wasn't, you know, because all my fucking like my sorry, man.
No, you can swear,
Yeah, so
swear.
then all my family and friends must have come, so that just took that whole normally when people first have their first show, like my brethren Chris, he must have had his first show the other day, and like man's sweating, you know what I'm saying, like to the point where I ever had that as my first thing, so it kind of like lifted that kind of stress and like all of that stuff off me. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I actually first met you in Dalston before I knew you did music.
No, 100.
Because it was weird, like I've been out here just, Mr. I Am Next. And I was in the Nest and I saw you with one John.
Come on.
I saw you with one John.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, and you were smooching it off. I was like, who's this dude? Just smooching it off in Nest. And I was just like, rah, like, who's this? And then I saw 4. I was like, yeah, this slaps, this is hard. And then from there I was like, yeah, man, I want to know a bit more. I saw you with obviously a couple guys from Views and that, all Octavian's camp.
Yeah.
And yeah, like from there it's just been a good little, you get me?
Yeah.
Good little stepping
Well,
stone.
it's just bubbling off, obviously. Like Love to Killian, innit? He shot 4.
Yeah.
So obviously around that time, everyone was like, even down to Octavian, other people like Vinch, like everyone. It was just a whole scene. Even like yourself, you got a massive part to play in that. You know what I'm saying? For like bringing that presence from House of Pharaohs, all of that stuff to like
On the come up.
Yeah, just on the come up, man. Like even back down to what I was talking, like the touring, like it was all involved for this like this bigger purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, just around that time, yeah, just everyone's just making music, man. Just having fun in it. That's what it's about, bro. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
So you're part of the camp collective, Finesse the World.
Yeah, 100.
How did you lot come together? Like, cause you lot are all like, I feel like all different age groups from different walks of life.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me, like, it's very weird because I met Wizard and Jaeger separately. Then I met Tyson through you. Do you get what I mean? So like, I just want to understand, like, how did you not come together?
It's mad still. So one of my homies from my ends, innit, like he must have just hit me up, and I'm not sure if you know Simi, but Simi I heard that he done some artwork or something. Someone done some artwork. There was like a little party at his. It's like a good networking thing. Obviously this is my come up kind of thing. Like very, very early come up. But when we've gone there, I've just bought like Yosh, and obviously I was wearing my re-up hat. That's my cousin's brand, innit?
Okay.
So when he was pushing that now, that Yoshi must have clocked that hat. He's like, where'd you get that from? Little did I know he's obviously Cody's with my cousin. So like from there we just clicked, and then just rapping, just like, yeah, do you wanna do this? Next thing you know, you're linking up Tuesdays, it gets more frequent, and then you actually wanna start, everyone's on the same kind of picture. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's another thing, like a piece of advice I got for like people, upcoming people, like just start gelling with people who are serious. You get that sort of energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, because there's so many people, bruv, like even from my own area, my ends, you would have thought like the people in your area would be the ones that you grow with. Sometimes it's not always that happens, innit? So I always tell people, like, come out of your comfort zone, because like obviously just through that, just for me doing that and just wanting to go out, I never used to leave the ends, but once I did, all these little people who come into play, and like, you know what I'm saying, you start gelling.
What's the word saying now? That was happening.
So obviously Yoshi's now in Paris. Jaeger's me, Jaeger and Tyson still here, based in London. It's just patterning for next year, man. Like got PR patterns, negotiating that shit for next year, just so it handles that sort of promotion, just different sort of little stuff that, you know, I think a lot of artists forget about. You know, it's a business at the end of the day. You need to like sort that, and I've only kind of come to this point and realized that through just little L's and stuff like this taken, and you dropping wicked projects in your head, like you got some wicked feedback,
like
but that project won't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me and Diego were talking the other day, it's like, if like let's say Yoss might form like Travis Scott's album, but if that was any artist who dropped that on like a SoundCloud, but that's going nowhere, I'm sorry, just because of that financial push, that engine. Like I've seen people that I've done music with in the last how many years, like, bruv, the only reason why they've escalated into certain areas is because of that engine, or they've got certain people behind them which can elevate their stuff. Like, it's not the same for every artist, you know what I'm saying?
It's good that you're able to think like that early, though. Do you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't understand that.
Facts.
They just say, I'm gonna put it out and just see what happens.
Expect a million views.
It really don't work like that.
Even like people who are uploading like GRM link up, that's a base.
Yeah.
Like it's got a base of subscribers.
100,
There's like 2,000 subscribers there. You're just gonna, okay, phew.
100.
Then that's how the millions of views get, because they get shared after that.
All of that stuff, man.
So
it's likewise with that's why I've changed my whole strategy for this year. I mean, last year I must have dropped a whole project and like 5 singles, you know what I'm saying? This year I'm doing it completely different. Like I've only dropped like 3 singles, and they've been my most successful. This has been my most successful year. Like one of them's coming up to like 100k, like one of my biggest songs, you know what I'm saying? And that's only because I put all that energy instead to like so many projects going out there and me wasting them in a sense, like just to like 4 strong, narrow it down. And it might change for next year. I might even drop 2 projects, an EP or whatever it is next year, but it's just finding that I don't know, sense of like what to do, you know what I'm saying, strategy. You know what I'm saying?
You guys been on tour together.
Yeah, man, all over the gaff, man.
I want to know.
Even Geneva, Paris, Scotland. Trust me, fam.
I don't know. I feel like, what's been your favorite moment? Because you came on the Mriamnext tour, you did Leeds,
bro, hands down.
and then we went Geneva, and then we did Glasgow.
Has to be Glasgow, bro. Like, bro, even down to like, bro, like I think that was the first time man proper sat down, like in the sense of like staying with them for a amount of days, like with his Nish, like Bandana, Vince, Kadiata, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a nice moment just to understand like all these other like wicked creatives coming up and their whole perspective of it, and just the grind, bruv. Like man's going for the first time, when you don't actually like feel it until you go there and you're like raw. Like I don't care how little, small, big, like tour that man's on tour with the man them, you know what I'm saying? Like we're trying to elevate this thing, like, and a lot of people they're money hungry or they want this to blow right now. It's not about the peas, bruv, you know what I'm saying? It's about like going out there and building, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't take that into perspective, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so your favorite moment would be Glasgow?
100,
what
bruv.
happened in Glasgow?
Bruv, water. There was just water. There was just water
Everyone's
everywhere.
My favorite moment in Glasgow was like, bonding with the man them. Don't get that wrong, but I feel like obviously experiencing that whole new just like, how do we get back? We got plane, innit?
You got playing, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That it was crazy because Vince never left the country ever.
yeah, 100.
And we,
What's
not,
that?
not
So
like
when he
we,
come out, like,
it's not even like it's not even like we left the country, but it's like Glasgow's like it's not.
Everyone
it's
talks different,
away
it looks
from where
different,
we
it's-
are.
Yeah,
like,
but it's
you know
like
what I'm
Vince
saying?
never left the country. Like, the last time I went away with Cadia was Germany. I've never been away with you guys until we went Leeds and that.
Yeah.
So it was like it was a good experience bonding. Glasgow is a whole different environment and that. And the show was crazy.
Wow.
The show was crazy. 199 pulled up,
Water. I
crazy.
took like everywhere.
and then we shot Peso
Yeah.
for Jude's thing. 199 state.
100, like, yeah, just that's what I'm talking about. This little stuff, like we just end up shooting a video
Yeah,
out there, and
yeah.
just like the creativeness, like it was just a
Herbal was
vibe,
there.
like herbs. It's just a vibe, man. Like,
Yeah,
trust me, it was
Sash, when are
good.
you gonna do another tour?
Next
Bet,
year
you
was
better,
probably.
man. You
Next
better,
year-
you better, cause
Next year was probably. Next year
That'll
was
be good.
probably.
That'll
Nah,
be good.
definitely.
but it has to be done
Can I
right.
come on tour and like
Trust me.
be the cook or something?
Yeah.
I said be the cook. What do you mean?
Like make sure everyone's alright.
How?
But can you cook though?
Yeah.
But you're
Are you
vegan.
sure?
I'm not vegan.
So I can cook food.
You're
Is it?
vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Johnson on the.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I'm
Like-
vegan 6 days a week.
So I don't. What do you mean?
On the other day, I just have a piece of fish because I'm
Well,
unbalanced.
I eat fish 2 times a month in it, so I'm not fully
Alright,
vegan, but
fair.
we'll dip into
I
the
get it.
pescatarian thing, innit?
So what made you vegan?
Bro, man, I
Because
would.
Better for you,
I used to
man.
see you eat the pork scratchings and the,
I said the pork scratches, cause don't piss you off. No,
I used to see you eat all of the chicken
bruv,
and that. The
bare
kebab.
meat, fam, bare meat. But you know what, like, bruv, there's been certain documentaries. Like, what was that thing called? What the Health? That's what made my brother turn, yeah, and he was just like, bruv. Like, it's just turned him off in it from seeing how they're slayed, how they're kept. But that didn't even put me off. Funny enough, in it was this thing I watched, Game Changers. Yeah, I think that was like 2 weeks ago.
Everyone
Bruv, when I say like it wasn't even like a thing where you're seeing the animals slaughtered, like, so it's more like your body, bro, and like what the meat's doing to you, like main cause of diabetes, cancer, all of that stuff. Like, so bro, for the last week, like, just been eating pure veg,
Yeah.
like just and obviously they're saying that what low cholesterol, all of that. You start feeling your body again.
You feel
I'm
good
back
in
in the
it.
gym. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we're back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
feel you, I
I'm
feel
telling
you.
you, cause
I've
like,
been like pescatarian for like 6 months now.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Like, it's calm. The vegan thing's hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Do you know
it's
what?
not actually hard,
do you know what it
bro.
is? It's
Do you
not
have
hard.
the
So
milk
done.
Do you know what it is? It's not hard, but it's whipping that up and making that taste
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Listen,
That's the
it's
But
problem.
it's
not
bro,
the problem.
that's not a problem. If anything, that's the beauty. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like,
With
like,
what
No,
time?
you're making
But-
vegetables
Fam,
and stuff taste
With what
banging,
time?
bro.
With what time? I
Bro,
come
Same
on-
way you
I
season-
can't- Yeah, after the set, 1
it
a.m.
takes
You
quicker
want
to
me to
cook.
be?
Are you serious?
could you imagine, like, bring the little,
No.
the portable thing? Cause
That's
Listen.
crazy.
I only became I think it's a mental thing because I was pescatarian for 2 years, yeah.
yeah.
And then I was like,
Then
I'm
you got
gonna-
a head start then.
Yeah, and then I was like, I was
Yeah.
gonna go vegetarian, and then I found out I was lactose intolerant, so I was like, alright, cool, I might as well go vegan.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I'll never go back. But I was sick for 2 months straight.
So then,
Yeah.
What,
so-
because of the change?
yeah, I think so. I didn't know how to.
To balance
Balance.
it.
yeah.
So what are you saying? The vegan life's doing you well?
So right, still like it's only been like what, a week in, yeah, but I'm done with meat. It's one of them ones that, man,
Sure, done
bro, trust me. There's
We get
been
back. We get
steaks.
2020 February, and yeah, I need the pork
No,
scratching.
no, I like, but man, I don't eat pork scratchings, bro. I like it, fam. I like,
God,
cause
what
you
did
mad.
you tweet something? Did you put on your thing today
You
about
don't
something about pork?
pork
Like,
scratchings,
keep that
cause
pork away from me. Was it
No,
like-
I said I find it.
So what
I
thing?
find it unattractive when girls eat pork.
Why? What's
I
wrong
just think
with
that's
you?
nasty. Like, not even like. If
I hear what you're saying,
like, if I'm
still.
talking to you, like, and you're sweet and you're eating pork, like, I'm like, what the fuck? That's
That
techie.
doesn't make sense.
Nah, I
That's
can't. No,
funny,
that's
cause-
foul.
So man are allowed
I
to
hear what
just sit
you're
there and
saying
eat
still.
pork
I
and
don't
beef
eat.
and lamb
You think
and
I
all
eat
that
pork?
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
no,
eat pork.
just-
No, but that's not what I'm saying. How can you say eating something is unattractive?
No, that's nasty.
It is though. Like,
That's
I mean,
nasty.
but have you not
sorry,
seen? Have you not seen them?
I don't
No,
like
wait,
pork
let me
anyway.
let me stop you.
So
Have you
if-
not seen them bro, no, I'm not like being any like. Have you seen them Asian videos on like Instagram? Yeah, the man that just pick up like next animals. Like you see that girl, bro. Like man's munching like.
the octopus is coming out of her
Yeah,
mouth.
like
and
bro,
she's chewing
all
it.
of that. Are you trying to tell me that's not?
That's
come on, man.
nasty, bro.
Exactly. But that's that. But this is the question
So
I raised
cool.
to my mum. It's just a matter of perspective, innit? Like
So what,
we
if
don't
she's
eat
eating
dogs.
a
So
sausage,
right now,
it's a
so
so-
right
it's a
now,
problem.
so what I'm saying right now,
Or
if
it's a
your
bacon, it's a
boyfriend or
problem.
your girlfriend's eating the pork belly, and then they try to lips you're gonna have it. Do you know what I mean? You're not gonna have it. The
Straight
pork
pork.
belly juice is all on.
All of that. All of that. All of that. All of that.
Yeah,
That's why it's
yeah.
so-
So yeah, the vegan lifestyle.
It's a matter of perspective, man. That's why I just stopped in it, because it's just hypocrisy at the end of the day. Like, man will hate on pork, or man might hate on cow, but then you it's just mad. I don't know.
You see the baddest girl, yeah? Bad, like she's fly, toes are great, everything, yeah? And then she was like, I'm gonna order some ribs. Is there a problem?
Yeah,
that's why I said it's a matter of perspective, though.
Calm, do your thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Just make sure you got the water. Calm.
All of that. Swipe.
Yeah, funny.
Nah, man.
You guys.
But no, I'm not even funny. I just think it's very real like that.
No, I get it, because I feel the same way, technically, a little bit. But I just think.
So, Jats, Fashion Week, I see you doing modelling.
Doing that modelling with your toes out.
We're trying to.
Doing that kind of stuff.
Man fully saw the why are you saying that, man? Why are you saying that, man? I know you've been hiding that one there.
No, trust me. How is that?
That's alright. But you know what it is? Like, it's one of the things that's just there. Like, I'll do it when it's there. Like, modelling, it's not really a thing I want to get involved in. I'll probably do a lot more next year, 100%. Just to get involved, man. It's like fashion. It's always linked with the music. Yeah. Like, it has a big, like, massive effect on it. It's just why not get involved, man. Understand that side of the industry as well. You know what I'm saying? I've done like one show earlier. The one you're talking about is Olympia. Done that for Pure London. It's just it's just wicked, man. Like, gelled with some good people. It's lovely.
Proper. So London Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, all of them.
Yeah. Like, same every year for the last 2 years. We've been doing up Fashion Week. Obviously earlier this year, there's a lot of shows going on as well. All of that stuff is just surrounding around the fashion. Man. Yeah, it's just a wicked look, innit? Yeah, I advise a lot of up and coming people to
it's
go
a
out
whole
there.
other industry that you're introduced. As much as like the music and the fashion is linked, it's like you need clothes for your videos.
100. All of that stuff, like you know what I'm saying.
Facts. So
it's more than that. It's your. It's a brand. Especially if you're artist, it's you, innit? Like, you know what I'm saying. Like, you need to. You drip like yourself, like who you are, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's got their own little thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I don't like dressing like other people, bruv. Like, that's what I'm saying, like, down to anything, like, I want to be me, bruv. Like, I've never ever been in that category to just start dressing like other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that shit. So
seeing as you've been into like the whole fashion stuff, does that mean that I've seen obviously Finesse the World, they have their merch and that kind of stuff.
That's what,
so where's the JatzDaKid merch? You're gonna be making your own brand?
It's all part of the family, man. Like, even like, so when Tyson done his thing for the Finesse the World, he brought in the first blue jumpers, which is like the Finesse the World look. It was the Finesse the World logo right on there in blue, and then obviously Jaeger brought out his version, the all red with the gold swing, just different merch, man. So obviously next time I come to the table would be one of these JDK ideas, you know what I'm saying? Something crazy, a lot of water, you know what I'm saying?
So I don't know, what was it like opening for J Critch? How was that?
Amazing, bro. Like,
how was the crowd? Like, how did they take to you?
Crowd was alright. When I first come on, I saw a couple people vibes in. Obviously, like, they don't really know about me because I'm coming up right now. But no, it was amazing. By the end of it was just, like I said, just water everywhere. Like, it's just water.
You just like to dash water.
Nah, it was lit.
I don't like to dash.
This is
this is where people don't understand. But I don't just like to dash water. It's not about that.
Go on.
It's not about that. It's
the energy.
It's just like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, cause like, it's crazy, but nah, like, proper crazy moment, highlight of my career so far, bro. Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
That show was lit.
Like,
shout out the guys, man. Shout out J Critch, Sam Wise.
Shout out you, man. Thank you for the call up, bro.
Calm, you needed that. Always, that was lit. I feel like you really set the tone for that show, and I feel like it was needed. Still, they were fucking with 4 as well.
Yeah.
That's the one there.
I mean, but about that, you know what's so funny? It was at rehearsals. I had so many songs. This guy's like 4. Yeah, you have to do. You have to bring it back, man. Because I had tons of like songs there, like just to put out.
New material.
But they had to go back like to the source, and obviously it was funny because they reacted to that one the most. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of crazy. So
that's the goal.
Had to go back to the drawing board with that one. 100.
Yeah, man.
Sick.
So tattoos, you got loads of tats.
How many tats have you got? Do you know?
Yeah, I got like 6. Like,
are they 6 big
like
ones?
1, 2. No, it's just all around my arms. Like, I got a dragon here. Yeah, I can't even pull up. But I got a dragon here, an angel here, another dragon here. I got 4 for the first proper song that I dropped out. And then I got Aya Horus, which is like reincarnation, rebirth. Yeah. And then I got some like Rend Indian piece just behind here. Yeah. I'm trying to move on to like my body and that, but Huh?
What's the meaning behind them?
So with the dragons and stuff, I just like dragons in it, like. But like you know what I'm saying. But like the 4 obviously first single, proper one, rebirth, reincarnation, and this is just a lovely like piece that me and the artist just like whipped up, actually.
So you need to get more.
Yeah, 100. We're going Blueface, baby. Huh?
Did that hurt?
Bruh, like it's right on my bone, innit? So the pain was like.
I like tattoo pain.
Oh, well, you got tattoos as well, yeah?
I got like 13.
13 where?
They're all over.
Where? When you say I'm all over, where?
I got my arms, like there, my back.
Yeah.
There.
The back's painful, no?
No, it's fine.
What's the most painful?
Right, you must have bare meat on the back there.
Nice.
Huh?
This one hurt the most, like right here.
I got no tats.
Yeah, are you ever
Clean.
gonna get any?
I don't know,
I
you know.
want under I
I think if you get one though, you're probably gonna go for the brazy thing, like the big iron. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, someone said I should get iron next on my belly. I was like,
You should.
100,
Like,
do the
lifting it up
2-pack
every
thing,
minute.
cause you mad.
That's it.
shit. Nah, I'm not sure about. Do you know what it is? I'm bare indecisive. So it's like, if I get a tattoo, I'll look at it and be like, this is shit, bruv. What do I do now? I can't just remove it.
Yeah, why are you gonna look at it and just be like shit?
You just
know what I'm
think
saying?
about
Like,
this is the reason
Because do you know what it is?
why.
I don't know what my first one will be or why. Like for me, it actually has to be like meaningful. Do you get what I mean? Like everything with me is about meaning. So it's like if I get it, I already know like if I get a tattoo, the first tattoo I'm gonna get is most probably gonna be the Mriamnext logo somewhere on my body.
Yeah, but that's not meaningful though.
That's what I'm
Do you get
saying.
Yeah, but that like.
And you're not gonna look at it and say,
I swear to you, I
don't
promise you,
like
it happens to every single person who gets a tattoo. As soon as you get that first one, you put so much thought into, bro. You're gonna be like, yeah, cool. I want that one. I want that one. I want that one. Because it's just like
I already got 2 in mind,
bro.
But they're all like just based on like stuff that I do. So it's like Mriamnext. Then I want to get DZ, which is mine and Jammer's thing.
Sick.
And that's it. That's all I know. But when I was young, I was on the tattoos. Like I was playing FIFA Street 2. I'm all got my character. I put a fat dragon on the back. Yeah, it's good.
That's good. Oh, cause
But yeah,
No,
I most probably would get a dragon. That's like I fuck with the dragon shit.
100.
Tattoos are hard.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. You going like on your face, on your legs.
Nah,
I got one tiny one on my leg. Like,
I told my mum I'll get one on my face. She said that's it.
I want to get on my lip, like here.
Nah, safe, man.
I want to get that.
Nah, man.
That's what I'm gonna get.
Nah. That's
techie.
That's techie.
I ain't gonna hurt.
How's it not? My
And
man's
it'll
drawing
heal
on your lip,
it
bro.
will
How's
heal-
it
It
not?
will heal in no time. It's your lip.
Yeah, but it's not about it healing. It's about the man
Take
drawing
it,
on your
it's
lip.
fine.
Yeah, man.
I'm strong,
Man's
you
gonna have to
know.
do
I
this.
confirm it.
You know that?
Do you know why I've always wanted that? Do you remember in school when I was a Lil Wayne fan, like serious Lil Wayne?
Yeah.
He's got a smiley face there, innit? And it's always just stuck with me.
I've never even seen that.
Yeah, he's got a smiley
No.
face there.
That's long, man.
I want something there now.
Mm.
But yeah,
I couldn't imagine.
Jax, I want to know where you're from, country-wise.
So Nigerian and Venezuelan, UK born and bred,
Okay.
like London, yeah.
What language do you speak?
I can do like meet and greets at Eba. I can understand my grandmas and aunties are speaking,
Yeah.
but yeah, and I don't speak Spanish.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, so
Venezuelan
all my
Spanish, right?
Venezuelan people, huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
Full
The only,
Portuguese.
no, it's the only country
That's a
in
mad mix.
apart from Brazil. It's the only country in Brazil's the only country in South America that speak Portuguese
Oh,
because the Spanish didn't colonize them
crazy.
and that. Yeah.
So how does that work? How does like who's Nigerian, who's Venezuelan?
So
like,
my dad's Nigerian and then my mum's Venezuelan. But obviously, my grandma moved from Venezuela when she was like, I'm not sure when, but she moved to Guyana because it was just too crazy in Venezuela. Like there's a lot of stuff going on.
Oh.
So she moved to there and then moved over to the UK from there.
Sick.
Yeah. But I just met my Venezuelan family like 2 months ago. Something I
that?
never
Was it
even
nice?
met. You know, it's cool, innit? It's lovely,
Yeah.
like just family you never seen before.
Yeah,
like, you
yeah.
know what I'm
It's
saying?
like, oh shit, who are you?
Yeah, like raw, like. Them
It
ones.
is weird when you do
That's
that. though.
crazy.
It's mad.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's cool stuff.
So what have you been Nigeria, Venezuela?
So I was in Nigeria for a month last year for Christmas. That was amazing. That's
What
what.
first time?
No, it's like 4th or 5th time.
Okay.
Like, come like it's just clean. But whenever I go there, bro, it's just like phone off for a month, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, like literally phone off. Like no one's hearing, man. Like
It's
and
nice,
just
innit?
go out there and just like it's like paradise, bro. Palm trees everywhere. The soups, the fish, the fish, the powdered yam. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
All of that.
So what about Venezuela?
But I ain't been there, bro. Like the last time I went there, I was in my mum's stomach. Like, yeah,
Crazy.
I didn't see shit apart from blood. Like,
I hear you. So what does that? Does those backgrounds have an influence on your music in any sort? Like obviously you're saying you haven't been Venezuela, so I'm not too sure about that. But
Yeah.
obviously the Nigerian influence must have some kind of I don't know.
Yeah, no, massive. Yeah, in a sense, yeah, massive. But I was growing up, like my pops and mums used to play all sorts of like music. So even when it was like, I probably get more of a influence from my Nigerian background in terms of like rhythm and stuff easily.
Yeah.
But like in terms of like music, probably just a lot. Like my dad used to play all sorts of shit. Like, yeah, bare different types and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like what?
Like classical, your rock, your Afro beats, like proper Afro beats, like Fela Kuti, hip hop, old school hip hop, like everything, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what's having an effect on my music, because I've been in the studio with a lot of people, and they're what do you call it? They're like boxed in, like you can't break out of like, and that's what disrupts. Like that's why sometimes I end up just like leaving the studio or something, or just like you don't actually get any further, because like you're not ready to like come out of your comfort zone. And some people, it's like, I don't, they feel like there's something weird behind it, like, oh man, I ain't gonna fucking like, but shut up, man, it's just music, innit? That's what we're doing this in the first place.
You have to remember, some people aren't artists.
Yeah.
100.
And I agree. But that's why I'm not, when people are like, are you a rapper? Like, I'm not actually, because I don't want to be in that kind of box, you know what I'm saying? Because like, but man's just rapping, like, nah, G, like, especially the music I've been working on the last 5 months, like, shout out fucking Chris 199, Vince, Shims, like, bruv, we've been making some madness, like, absolute crazy music. And it's just completely different to what I'd ever make, and it's not trap, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like indie with a bit of maybe trap 808s, but I wouldn't consider it trap, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, as well, it's like, at the end of the day, like, things come in phases, so trap might be a thing now, but if you're just a person that does trap, how are you supposed to keep going? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100. Because when it does change, you're gonna get exposed to the point where, like, this ain't working now. That's why a lot of old school musicians who were doing music like 6-7 years ago, but when they start doing something new, it's like, bruv, what? Like, why don't you try like do this like back then, or like you were just doing one type of music, you know what I'm saying, for however long it was. I think if I was to pull out a bracket of music, like, I think Arrow's just about to play a garage thing. Like, I've got garage, I've got trap, I've got some indie songs, I've got some, like, whatever it is, innit? So just a catalogue of different music,
different sounds.
You know what I'm saying? Different sounds.
So
like,
when did you like get introduced to like UK stuff?
What do you mean?
As
like
how old were you when you like started hearing that
from
stuff?
young, like whenever that from whenever it started probably at primary school even, like.
Did you gravitate to it?
Yeah, 100. Like, it's the culture, innit? Like, it's what we're in. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the culture.
So like growing up, like, what was the? You said like obviously your dad had music being played in the house. But like you mentioned your older brother, he must have had like an influence on what he was listening to, passing it down to you. So I was gonna say, like, what kind of music was played by him, or like hip hop? When were you introduced to that, and like them kind of artists?
Probably just like when it's my younger brother still, by the way. I got older sister in it, but like
he's taller than you though.
You know, every man says that. Every man says that. Damn, like, trust me, fam. It's the powdered yam. I'm telling you, cause what is that? Like, I don't know, man. You just like listen to me, like probably like 9, 8. I don't even know what I was doing at 9, 8, but whenever I was getting more creative in my head, and you went to start listening to music, I think I can't put like a time graph.
What artist inspired you then? That's what I was asked. What?
Okay, coming up, like 50 Cent. I used to like his rap when I was coming up. This is very different to what people are doing, in the sense, like, especially when it's coming out. He used to do that little fuck me, like, it's just very melodic, like, you know what I'm saying, all the time, bruv. Like that's another artist, like, you stepped out of his bracket with a lot of songs, you know what I'm saying. If you heard a lot of his like songs, like Timbaland, like, as a producer, there's a lot of producers at that time who specifically working with just hip hop artists. But the only reason why he's even like to where he is, even people like Kanye West are where they are, is because they break out of their bracket, you know what I'm saying, like all of that stuff there, like, trust me. But even 50 Cent, who else influenced? There's so many, bro. I get into this position every time, like, there's too many artists.
Would you say you have your own sound then?
I like to think I have my own sound. I like to think very melodic, especially the last like pieces I've been working on recently, like very melodic. Just more like emotion. I think a lot of my music last year lacked a lot of emotion. and I think that's what people gravitate
So
towards.
that comes with comfortability, though.
Huh?
Yeah.
That just
Yeah.
comes with comfortability.
Yeah, 100% actually. Yeah, therefore.
Gotta be on.
Yeah,
your
yeah.
mic.
But it's just it's getting into the studio as well and
Yeah.
working with the right people, like you said, getting comfortable to even do them sort of songs. Are like,
Yeah.
because even the people that I'm working with now, I could be making this music with them like 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, however long it was. It's only like now, like in the last year and a half, like scratching year and a half, like I'm like trying to break out my bracket now.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
do some different sort of work, like Kadiar as well. I think I got one track with him, like one night. I mean, that was like a first introduction, not a first, but one of the first, especially working with some good producers.
How's it
to
working
break
with
out the wicked, bruv? Like Kads is always like he's always giving an input. Like in that one session that we had, like, he's always giving an input. Like it's just guiding the song to where it needs to go. You know what I'm saying? Like in the right direction. Like it's just always bouncing back. He's not one of them guys that just like dictate the whole set, like dictate the keyboard. You know what I'm saying? Like just do your thing. Like working. It's always touch goes. The beat was made from scratch. Like how it should be done. Like it's wicked. Yeah. It's
So
facts.
Local Goon, Vinch, how like and 199, like how did you meet them?
30. So Goon, just kicked to him the last like year now, like year and a half now. Just like, bro, we just click like that, bro. Very real, like that, very down to earth in my perspective, like down to like family stuff. Like it's not about, it's more about music. It's more than music, you know what I'm saying? Like down to family, calling one another, you know what I'm saying? Like keeping tabs, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the main thing as well. Obviously 199, I met him like 3 years ago, so since then, bro, we've just been smashing it. Vinch, when the first time I met Vinch was at, what's that? The Cameo.
Cameo, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember it was, I'm not sure I think it was even my show, but you must have told him to come down or something, and we just kicked. Like I think 2 days after that, we made what track did we make? On Time. We made On Time 3 days after that. Like that's like one of my favorite songs performing, bro. It's just straight motion and water. And then, like straight motion and water.
Cameo.
Like, but
Who would you dream to collab with? Anyone in the world?
In the world right now,
Yeah.
I would love to collab with. Can it be more than two, like one person on the track? Yeah. If I could have,
make your dream track.
yeah. If I could have, oh, this is tacky. If I could have, who can pattern that side? Can pattern that side. Trust. If I could have, if I could have Tame Impala and Money Ma, something like that, a mad brother. You dumb? Like, are you crazy? Like, safe. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Two different
Two different worlds.
Are you dumb?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, no, I hear you.
with the trap influence 808s and that, like Tame Impala, Money Ma like vibe. Are you dumb? Like, it's booming. It's going off.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of water. I love that shit. I watch. That's gonna be the next piece of merch right there.
What would you say makes a great artist?
Not forgetting who you are, and it's so that word, like that statement, bro, is just so like generic, bro. But it's really like I've seen a lot of people, especially in the last, when shit's getting serious now, especially for a lot of people, bro. Just forget who you are, innit? Like a lot of people, like even down to seeing one another. Like, just don't forget who you are. Don't mock the thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever like always keep tabs on your peoples. You started. That's why a lot of people respect you. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't fold, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to do with that shit. It's very down to earth. Like not fake. Like you know what I'm saying? And that goes a long way. Whether you're artist, promoter, engineer, just be down to earth, bro. Don't forget who you are. Like start out how you start end it how you started it. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't want to see that, bro. I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fact.
Dead. Like
I think we should do a fire round.
What, a game?
Yeah, man.
I think that's it. We're gonna get into a game.
come, I love them.
So
Let's go.
you need to answer these questions like quick. I don't need
Snappy.
bare snappy.
Yeah, cool.
But there's one question that we're gonna ask you, and
Shit.
you have a consequence. Like if you don't want to answer it, you have to do something.
Yeah, you have to do a forfeit.
So it's blackmail.
Basically.
Okay.
Black female.
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
Alright. What artists do you like or dislike?
No, man. Ask one question first.
Okay, what artists do you dislike?
Bad Baby.
What artist do you like the most in the UK?
Fuck.
Quick.
Boom.
5.
4, 3, 2.
Why are you counting?
No, there's so many, bro. There's so many, bro. I know, because you just told me like,
Just one.
bruv. He's banging right now. Bruv, there's so many. You know what? I'm fucking with Heady right now. That's serious.
What's your gut?
No, not yet.
Alright.
Not yet. Not yet.
What's going on
Okay.
there again?
Next one. Go to the
Oh,
next
what's
one.
your government name?
Oh, not that
I
one.
ain't telling you that, bro.
You have to do the forfeit.
Huh?
That's the question you have to do the forfeit with.
What's the forfeit though? This forfeits could be
You got
good.
this sweetie, yeah, and it's super sour.
Here you go and chuck
I can catch
that.
it.
I like
Oh!
that. Come on, JDK.
JDK, well.
What's the?
Ah,
Bro,
so
this,
you
look,
You can either tell us your name
bro,
yeah.
this looks like
or
AIDS, bro. In a suit.
Alright, so you gotta eat the sweet, yeah, and sing the lyrics to one of your songs.
Is it that sour?
Does
Yeah.
eat the,
Right.
sing the lyrics to 4.
I'm gonna be blowing this pot. Hella bitches in my province. Da 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 da. Ayo. Bro. What is that, fam?
It's a sweetie. You don't like it, no?
No, that's dead, fam. Have some water, bro.
yeah.
Alright, are you ready for the rest of the question?
Every time you don't want to do a question, you have to finish the song with the sweet.
Alright, say that then.
Is cereal soup?
No. What question is that, bruv?
Deadest girl you beat.
Huh?
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 Deadest girl you beat.
Describe her. Don't say her name. That's really fam.
Alright, cool. She's a mixed race and she's from Crouch and niggas know. Boom.
Favorite superhero.
Quick.
Green Lantern.
Favorite superpower?
To control fire.
In one sentence, sum up the internet.
Distractive.
The best Wi-Fi name you've ever seen?
JDK Woe.
Which body part would you detach?
That's a mad question.
5, 4, 3,
Because you got to get back that sweet.
2.
My nipples.
What?
Huh?
Do you imagine what you look
Shit.
like without nipples? Have you ever
Bruv.
thought about that?
Yeah, we just look more fresh. Like there's no distractions. Like
No, you won't. Yeah,
so that's-
for real. Or some iron board, something. I don't know. Weirdest thing a guest has done at your house?
the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's
Is that weird?
It's
though?
that's
Yeah,
that's
you can't just shit in
that's
my house.
invasion right
I
there.
get that, but like,
That's
Bro,
it.
shit,
No,
my
yeah,
There's so much
I
weirder
guess, but
things.
that's what I'm saying. It's a guest, not a friend. Like, you'll
Yeah,
get like, man, just
like-
come into the crib and what?
What's
Nah,
the
bro,
shit? You're
invasion,
crazy. I
cuz.
don't even shit.
That's
at
just
anyone's house.
invasion.
people come in my house.
I
all
shit
the
at only
time.
3 people's house, you know. My house, my grandma's house, and the apartment. That's it.
What about your auntie?
Nah, I don't go there enough.
Just
What would you name your child?
Ramesses.
Why?
So that's some pharaoh shit.
Yeah.
That's some king shit.
The next one. Do the last one.
You do that.
Alright.
I'm in concentration
If
mode as
each
well. Like,
side
come on.
of London, north, south, east, and west.
Say that again?
If each side of London, north, south, east, and west, represented a piece of food, what piece of food would they represent? I feel like he's gonna disrespect us on a whole big level now. But it's
Who's
okay.
us, bro?
You'll see in it.
Alright, cool.
I'm just waiting.
North. What food?
Yeah, like what food represents you? Look,
North.
I'm gonna do some fine cuisine.
North is
now.
is it what cuisine or just a
Just
food?
Food.
Food.
North, I look at it as like the steak, like, you dumb. North, wheezy. East reminds you of like a pepper shrimp, lovely, succulent. It gets
So
crazy.
They're like across the
Like,
road from
like,
each other.
Yeah, or like or maybe some like chicken shop food. Like it's gritty but it's lovely. You know what I'm saying? South. South is like just yard food, bro. That's what you really think about
that's
South,
alright.
like the yard food, bro.
I'll take that one.
You know what I'm saying?
West.
West. Salmon. You know what I'm saying? Like salmon.
Salmon.
Alright, so what's next for you though?
What's next? More music. I got a video coming, produced by 199 Reflection. Look out for it. It's gonna be crazy. I've had like a little going away bit right now because I'm working on so much material. Just preparing for what's to come. But yeah, video Reflections. Watch out for it. It's gonna be dope.
Any tapes? Any projects?
No, just a video for now, and you guys will see what's gonna come later. It's gonna be crazy.
I need a project.
You need the project.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that, man. When it does come, you're gonna be happy.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Slip.
Trust me.
That's it.
Boom. Thank you for having me.
Show, Jats the
Trust
Kid.
me. Thank you for having me. You know what I'm saying?
Get me, myself,
Let's go.
Mr. Mriamnext with Lashwanarose.
Let's go.
Make sure you tune into the next episode. And yeah, before you leave, you gotta finish the suite.
Fuck off, bro. I'm not doing that shit.
And
man.
you gotta sing the rest of 4.
I'm alright. I'm alright still. I won. I love.